local time on Francais. Gone quite well today. Went and collected the dog, got down to the farm and done all the paperwork, the vet checks, etc. Down in the Channel Tunnel, booked it all in, straight round, straight on a train, and off we go, straight across, which I really wasn't expecting. So I'm going to stay at Rouen tonight. It's been quite a long day for me. Then crack on down south tomorrow as and when I wake up. Excuse me. So that's the plan. So I just thought I'd get a little bit of filming in now. Got quite a good sky going on. It'll be dark fairly soon, I would say. Yeah, let's hope I can find sort of something half interesting to film. Never know, do you? Oh dear. I'm definitely going to film the poochy pooch. That'll be tomorrow when it's light. So day 2, it's like Wednesday, isn't it? Unfortunately, that looked really cool just then. As I dropped down the hill onto the bridge, all the cloud over the top, it looked like I was just driving into the sky. But I think the effect has gone now, unfortunately, especially with 2 cars in front of me. Never mind. So, lost almost an hour last night in traffic. It was down to 1 lane. Queuing, that was a nightmare. Which meant that the shop was closed when I got there, so I was hoping to get some supplies for today and the rest of the journey while I could, but hey ho. And then I woke up early and I couldn't be bothered to wait till 8 o'clock for anyone to open. I thought I might as well just get going, so now just heading south towards Le Mans, and then there'll be sort of down all tours, and then Poitiers, and then take the National 10, go down that way rather than the motorway. The fuel gauge in this van is playing up, because I filled up just before I started queuing, so I only had about 60-70k to do last night, and it's saying I've got a quarter of a tank, so maybe when I stop and start again it will sort itself out. I hope so, because it's not much worse in a vehicle than a fuel gauge that doesn't work, because you never know where you are, do you? So we'll see how it pans out. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice day. It's certainly looking that way. So just south of Bordeaux. I'm just trying to get the camera to turn on in time, but there's a huge queue of trucks going the other way northbound, and I don't know why. There's no hold up. There's a couple of gendarmes at a junction. I don't know if they were dragging trucks off or something, or what. I've no idea. I'm just glad I'm not northbound in a truck, because that looks pretty horrendous, really. I was just sort of thinking to myself, I don't want to come back up this way, I want to go a different route really, because if it's anything like this tomorrow, I'm just going to sit in traffic and I just fancy something slightly different really. So we'll see what the plan is tomorrow anyways. Shan't plan too far ahead just in case. Because if I've got a collection, then I don't want to be going sort of on small roads and things like that, because it's not fair on the animal. Oh, I mean, it's just kilometres of it. like earlier this year, if you remember me filming all that bad weather, they stopped all the trucks and parked them up, and I just sort of zipped straight around them and carried on. Anyhow, I'm going to go to Burgos tonight, that'll do. Book myself a hotel. That's far enough in one day. I stopped at Barber's Year and met up with my old friend Steve, who used to be in the office at Trans Am, and he was their longest serving driver from Time to France. It's lovely to catch up with him and his wife over a coffee. Other than that, there's not really been anything to film. It's been dull motorway. Unfortunately, I've got my drone with me. I was hoping if time and weather permits I can get some footage of something somewhere. Quite determined to. I've still got a couple of days yet, haven't I? So we'll see what happens. Well, I hope that's the end of that rain. Certainly came down fairly quickly. Quite a stunning looking sky. I don't know how well that's going to come out, unfortunately, but I'm just sort of round Victoria now. About 80k to go to a hotel on version 1FH. Good old girl, still working. So I suppose that'll be the end of my day. Dropping off at 10 o'clock in the morning in Madrid. So a bit of a lay-in, which is quite nice. So yes, get to the hotel and have a cerveza. I think I've deserved it. I would think that though, wouldn't I? Anyway, I shall talk to you tomorrow. I was going to say have a good evening, but there's not really much point, because by the time you watch this you would have had your evening and several more. What the hell am I talking about? I must be quite tired. Anyway, let's see what happens when that sun is back up in the sky in the morning. Right, manana. Morning one and all. I was going to film this with the GoPro, but because it's cold the battery's decided it's got no life left in it. So this is the hotel last night. I've seen this from the road heaps of times, but never obviously stopped in here. It's quite nice. Some lovely old fossils on display, and bizarrely the world, I think it's the World Working Dog Championships or something have been held in Burgos. So there's all these dog sort of people about. There's like that car there, he pulled up next to me, and there's Belgians and all sorts with their dog paraphernalia on. So anyway, I'm now going to make a move towards Madrid. I'll put the camera on charge for a minute, but I'm sure when it warms up it'll be fine. A couple of hours left to go and drop Bobby off. I am going to very quickly stop and film him because I haven't done yet, and he is absolutely gorgeous. So let's get the show on the road and I'll talk to you in a little bit. This absolute beauty is Bobby. Rottweiler extraordinaire. Soft as you like. Bobby, who's a good boy. Hey, sit, sit, sit. No? Well, he was obedient before. He is so soft. He's like most dogs that have got a bad reputation. You just need to look the other end of the lead to find the issue. It's how they're brought up. Same with staffies like my Charlie. I've never known a dog so soft in all my life. Hey, Bobby. Bobby. Look at that head. He's lovely. Beautiful. I really don't want to hand this one over. There we go. So these road trains, for want of a better word, I suppose, you know, you only used to see these in Scandinavia, but now they're taking off sort of everywhere. And it's such a better idea than what we have in the UK, which is a slightly longer trailer that could hold a few more pallets. I'm just mystified. I mean, even the Czech Republic run trucks like that. If they've got enough room, you know, we have as well in the UK to trunk stuff. Why? I don't know. It mystifies me why we're so backwards in our thinking in the UK. You know, you could limit them to certain roads, because you're obviously not going to take them down little tiny roads. That's just ridiculous. But for trunking into depot, rather than having these stupid double deckers that are about 20 metres tall and obscenely unstable, why not have something like that? I know what would happen though. If you had it in the UK, you'd have double deckers towed like that about, wouldn't you, with some tiny little day cab on the front. It'd be horrendous. Anyway, that's my thought for the morning after seeing that. A bit over an hour from, well, about an hour and a half from Madrid, sort of getting close to Sommer Sierra. Been a bit foggy, nothing too exciting, still a bit cool. And then Madrid is the highest capital city in Europe by altitude, I believe. So wasn't expecting it to be too warm, unfortunately. Anyway, enough of my drivel. Right, that's my little mate dropped off. It's going to seem awfully empty in here now. Hey ho, part of the job, isn't it? So I'll just start travelling back at my leisure, I guess. I'm just going to pop to the shop, grab some essentials. And I think I'm going to go up to Zaragoza and then straight up and through the mountains into France. I think that could be a bit of a plan. Where they come from? Yeah. It's a bit of a quiet area. It's quite nice. Get me shopping done and see what else I can find of interest. So just going around Huesca and then heading up them there hills. Reminds me of home, reminds me of Suffolk. Yes, I've never been this way before, so it's quite exciting. Well, I think so. I'm hoping, so when I get to the top, such or as high as I can get, I'll get some photos and maybe some aerial footage, which would be nice. stop for diesel. I was going to get a bit of tortilla and a coffee, but the restaurant was absolutely rammed. I couldn't be bothered to wait. So I've got to just keep going. My rough plan is get to Bordeaux tonight, call it a night there, and run up to Calais tomorrow, stay there, and then just get up Saturday morning and go home. Can't be bothered. Get in at the middle of the night, there's no point. Come on, van. It's like being in a DAF. Maybe it's got a DAF engine. You change down a gear and nothing happens. Well, I realised that I hadn't actually ticked a Spanish geocache off, so I thought, I've got to come and find one at least. And there's one just up there that I've just been and found. It's a little bit, I don't know the Spanish word for small. Putty, Kleiner. These roods are a bit small, aren't they? This is Castillo de Jaca. It's the old castle town, I think, of Jaca. I hope it's two-way, because I came up here. Got some stunning views. So hopefully the weather will be alright. The cats hang around the bins. Carry on up the top and see how it looks. Trucks coming down, so shame I never did this one in a truck. But when you kind of look at these kind of roads, if you've never been down them, it's a bit, you don't want to try and commit and then find you can't get through. There's a weight limit or a height limit or something. So far, so good. It's really made me want to go snowboarding coming up here. See how far we can get. Notice anything saying that it's closed. Big old train station there. Right, let's see how far we can get. It's only been a few trucks coming down, so shame I never did this one in a truck. But when you kind of look at these kind of roads, if you've never been down them, it's a bit, you don't want to try and commit and then find you can't get through. There's a weight limit or a height limit or something. So that was the up. This is the down. Alright, so there's a weight limit coming down here, but then you can just take the Somport tunnel, I guess, should you so desire. I think this is a much more of a driver's road than the other one, in the way up, from what my mate told me. Maybe when the weather's better another day, if I'm coming down the car, I can I'll come this way again. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to come this way with an animal on. They wouldn't enjoy that one bit. Still, I got to come over here during the daylight, which was what I was after. No one's coming. Oh, I love how quiet this is. This is wonderful. Definitely be a good one for a motorbike. I suppose this last time I saw snow was in Bulgaria earlier this year, going over Montana. Sort of rambling about up here. Well, I think the best filming bits and driving bits might be behind me, I'm not sure. Hairpin at the bottom and stop filming, I suppose, because that looks fairly straight, I think. Now I've got that one ticked off, and Dora's next. Can't get that ticked off. Excuse me. line apparently, so can't see it down there. There's a big black line on my sat nav. Presuming that's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off. There's only so many twists and turns you can show, isn't there? Oh, just stunning autumn colours though. It's just wonderful. I love autumn. Brilliant. Brilliant! Only people of a certain age will get that, won't they? Stuck behind Max and Paddy. Just listen to Peter Kay. Sound of Laughter book. Excuse me. This is definitely going on the need to motorbike list of roads. So just poodling up the National 10, and all of a sudden there's a police bike behind me. I'm going to just drive down here and see if I can get them on film. They're having a big old purge on vans and stuff like that. But obviously everything's in order and there's no problems, so sort of soon on my way. But they've got a few customers in there. I see them sort of hidden down the embankment and such, and I thought, well, I'm in no rush. I'm certainly not speeding or anything like that. And then the next thing, he was behind me. It's like, oh, blooming heck! I thought maybe the speed limit's different for a van. I don't know. Perhaps I've got something wrong. Anyway, I just followed them in and quick look at the logbook and the driving licence. They never twigged I've got a HGV, so they never asked me digicard, which is good because I haven't got it on me. Because I don't need it, I suppose. So yeah, just going to keep plodding. I don't think I've filmed anything yet today, but I'm going to sort of do a whole load of national road rather than just sticking on the motorway because it's boring. I'm just going to national road it a bit, sort of while it's light. Obviously if it gets dark I'll just jump back on the motorway and make some tracks, but I'm just going to Calais tonight because there's no point me crossing over on a Friday night to then try and battle home. It's just too much of a day really. So I've got a train booked nice and early in the morning, so I can be home sort of late morning. That'll do me. Plenty good enough. Yeah, so sort of a bit south of Poitiers still. There we go. Good fun. Right, on with the podcast. Well, I'm at Chartres. Now I'm going to head up towards Dreux and Evreux, and then I think I'll probably just jump back on the motorway for a bit. It's 10 to 3. I left Bordeaux at what, 8 o'clock? That's been a bit leisurely and I got stopped and whatnot, but yeah, it's going to get dark soon and I can't see the point in trundling along these roads if it's dark really. So I'll make some progress. French seem to have a bit of a habit of indicating terribly, basically, so I don't know. I was watching a car the other day, and it was just sort of indicating all over the shop. I mean, that bus has just indicated to come around left, even though they're going straight on us. I don't know. Could do with a tinkle. So yeah, it's been nice, you know. Stopped and done a geocache or two, and just nice not to be on the motorway, isn't it? But I'll tell you what, how the old boys used to do it all the time with no motorway anywhere at all. That must have been hard work. And in the trucks that they did it in as well. I know there wasn't as much on the road, but still, it's bloody hard work. So he's got going. Yeah, I just don't get all this indicating. I hear a motorbike behind me. Don't give it big licks, I reckon. Come on, boy. Go for it. Anyway. Right. Let's crack on a bit. It's just final head for home on Saturday morning now. Just on the A12 near Colchester. Excuse me. I've got a lot of driver training booked in this month, so I haven't got much truck driving coming up, so there probably won't be another video for a little while, because I can't really film myself sitting there teaching someone how to drive a truck, can I? That would be incredibly boring. So yeah, perhaps the next one will be December time. I just have to see what happens with work. Things change all the time, don't they, in transport? So I just thought I'd quickly let you know that there'll be a little bit of a gap in proceedings, unless I find something really interesting to film somewhere. You never know. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I've certainly enjoyed my little Spanish run, and hopefully I'll keep you up to date soon. Take care.